A brand new baby bird is born.
Angry Birds was like the biggest video game franchise that I've ever heard of. I don't think there's a lot of people sleeping on this, but I don't see a lot of people talking about Angry Birds and how popular it was back in the 2010s all the way to 2019 when the movies were releasing and all that. I used to think that Angry Birds was just going to be a one-off game and it's gonna be fun and people are gonna remember its nostalgic memories. But now, Angry Birds is now owned by Sega. Yeah, the Sonic people. They now own Angry Birds, and they have nothing to do with Angry Birds now. I mean, I guess you could count that one Angry Birds and Sonic game collab, but that's just a freaking collab. I don't think that mean nothing. Angry Birds was like the biggest game in 2010, and because it was the biggest game, there was a lot of people making videos about it. I don't really see a lot of people making videos about it now, but I wanted to talk about Angry Birds and mostly the YouTubers who reviewed it. Now, fair warning, I'm only going to be talking like the Angry Birds videos I watched as a kid, and one of them may surprise you because I used to watch this YouTuber and watching their Angry Bird videos, and I don't think they stopped uploading Angry Bird videos. I just think they stopped it out of love and spite because the game's not popular anymore. So let's just go ahead and talk about it, not really waste any time, and also have a surprise at the end. Fun. It's so much fun. A little context. Chase's Corner, or basically So Much Fun, is a spin-off channel. Basically, FGTV spin-off channel. If you guys don't know who FGTV TV is, they used to be a gaming channel. I think it's now just the dad doing the videos, but the important thing is that So Much Fun was basically a whole channel where basically one of the kids, Chase, is basically just reviewing toys and playing in front of a camera. I mean, it was kind of like Ryan's toy review, but if it wasn't just spoiling, and they kind of stopped doing this after like 3 whole years. One of the videos was an Angry Birds video, but I used to always watch it whenever I was like at school because I wasn't doing anything else. I was just goofing off. I was being a shithead. And just watching this, I used to get so many memories just from watching the kids play the games. You ever get those times where you see somebody play something and you already want the same thing? That was kind of what I had back in the day. The craziest part is, this was like the only YouTuber that I actually genuinely thought that, they're gonna just keep doing this from every single time they're gonna make a video. They're gonna keep doing this over and over. But no, I think Chase is like a teenager, maybe an actual kid now. I don't know about the other ones. I don't really care for the other kids. But I now hear that Lexi, I think one of the daughters, and one of the other boys, I think they're teenagers now. The mom, I don't know what happened to the mom. I think she's nowhere to be seen. I'm not saying they divorced or anything, but I don't see her in videos nowadays. I just see FGTV's dad. No, I think his name is Duddy now. What the fuck kind of okay, anyway, I think FGTV Duddy is just making his own channel, and he's been doing recently good on it. But he hasn't really been uploading a lot, though, so I don't think this matters. So Much Fun was like just a little spin-off channel, and I used to just watch that one Angry Birds video over and over.
Welcome to Ryan Toy Review.
I was going to save this for like another video. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna do it anyway. So Ryan's Toy Reviews is a YouTuber who basically was a boy, and his mom was recording him playing with toys and reviewing. He wasn't really reviewing. He was just playing with toys as a boy, and I mean it was funny and all cute and wholesome. But then just look at the videos now. Look at this right here.
67. But my birthday's in March, and I'm only gonna be 66.
We're rounding up to grandma years.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Am I a dog?
67!
God, I fucking hate this meme now. You literally ruined it, Ryan. Fuck you. That's not all, though. There's like 2 videos that I found of Ryan as a kid playing with Angry Bird toys. There was one of them with a slingshot thing, where it's basically you put a red toy and it's like a Hot Wheels thing. You just push it and then boom, you just let it slide and it hits the wall or something. I kind of forgot. And there was another one which was like an inflatable red or something, and you just throw it at like cardboard boxes with the little stand out pigs. I generally forgot what it was. I really don't remember. But still, I used to watch this to the core, and I always loved seeing Ryan like play with the toys. Again, I always wanted to do the same thing, but I never got it. I would always ask for it from one of my family members, and I would get it. But the thing was, I would lose it the next day because I had so much trouble keeping up with my shit. And then when we moved out one day, I remember I lost it at the old house, and we never really went back to get it. So seeing this video when I was a kid, I was kind of remembering that I had it, and I could have done a video about it, but I couldn't do it. But anyway, I just liked the video. I guess this was when Orion wasn't spoiled to the core with like a whole franchise movie that's literally YouTubers who talk about this kid and is like, oh, he's just spoiled and he's literally just getting spoiled by his parents, and his parents are not doing any good either. You guys remember when he was like when the mom from Ryan was like arrested or something? I genuinely forgot. I'm asking you guys if you even knew this. Yeah, you thought I was gonna leak this little cool asshole behind. No. Okay, Evan too was a kid who used to make the same stuff like Ryan and the other kids I just talked about in this video. But the thing was that he was actually talented at doing something like this. I think when he was a teenager, he stopped doing this and began to do whatever he was doing later. Or I think when he was a kid, he kind of just stopped doing YouTube entirely. But he used to be one of the best, if not the greatest YouTuber of toy review history. And he had a toy named Angry Birds and Mega Fling, which it was the one I always wanted to get as a kid. Where basically it was like Angry Birds in real life with the birds and the pigs. There was more of the pig figures and more than the bird figures. I kind of remember that. Anyway, it was basically like playing Angry Birds in real life. You get cards, and basically you can make your own buildings, or you can make buildings based on the card, and you can use a slingshot, which has like a voice activated. And the funniest thing is, like, it was the greatest toy ever that I watched this thing while playing with the same toys. I always want to go back and get the same ones, but I think Amazon just unavailable it. You can't buy it anywhere. I think on eBay was like the only choice where you could get it from. So that kind of made me jealous, and I actually did have one at one point. But again, like the other one from Ryan's video I just talked about, I lost it at an old house, and I never really went back to get it. But I did find the mustache pig from the set, with like his face like cut up. But I still kept on to it because I thought it was really real. But getting off track, I used to watch this video a lot, and I really liked how he would fail at it. I'm not trying to say that he was a bad person doing it. I didn't say he was stupid. I didn't say he was a dumbass. But no, I just thought it was funny because I saw him lose multiple times over and over again just from one single thing. You just need to just slingshot the bird and then just knock down the tower. I don't get the point of it, but it was funny to me. It was really cool back then. But yeah, seeing this guy grow up and him doing his own thing kind of makes me sad because I used to watch the videos a lot. Not just this video entirely, but some other videos, and I really hate to see him go. But all I can say is that he put a really good childhood on me. Now, let's get to the final one, and I'm going to keep it a secret, but just by playing a clip, you can already guess who this is. But if not, I'll give you a backstory with it too.
Angry Birds Tunes presents Ross gets permanently banned from Walmart.
Oh yeah, I needed to talk about this guy. I don't know the username. I forgot the username, but I was so glad I finally found this video. Basically, it was like Go Anime, but if Angry Bird toys, and it was like real life. It was really just this kid who had these Angry Bird movie toys. They were like little figurines, and they would make the stuff like in the Caillou Gets Grounded videos, where instead of Caillou, it's just Ross. Ross is in this universe. Ross is the pig version of Caillou, and he's a brat, and he's like Caillou, but he's a pig. So anyway, there was one video I remember this where basically in the video it was Ross wanted this Nintendo 3DS. But the dad was like, no, you can't get that. I'm Leonard. And I guess Ross was angry, so he did the thing that Caillou does. Well, he literally turns to like big. Okay, technically no, he doesn't, but he turns mad and he like pushes stuff. And I like the fact that he doesn't want to break the 3DS, so the kid just puts like glass, like toy glass and something like that. It wasn't actual glass; it was like toy Angry Bird glass and wood to make it look like a destruction. And every single video had the characters lined up saying, "Ross, how dare you piss on the carpet? That's it. Go to your room now." It was kind of like the Go animate versions of Caillou getting grounded and the parents like getting mad and stuff. But instead of the, the typical millions of years of him being grounded, he's just grounded, and Ross just cries all the way to his room. And I remember this visibly. I remember when there was a video where they had like the guy like at the store just Talking Tom toy. When Talking Tom was in McDonald's for toys, they had this Talking Tom toy that they had. And he was basically just like a store manager and all that. He was like a police. He was like the people in Go Animate, like the police officer and firefighter and all that. And I thought this was really funny to me. And seeing these videos was like the greatest things ever. You could like, wasn't it the great? Like you never probably seen this, but it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Just, I will show you guys a little clip.
I am going to track people. I hope I get lots of people. It sure is a nice, beautiful day than usual. Oh no! I had to run to exercise. Oh no! I am hungry. I think I will go to Burger King to get some lunch. Oh no!
Okay, so basically, if you don't know, Ross takes all these people and he just puts them in this box. I'm laughing that the fact is just the same 4 Legos over and over. And you just take it out the thing and repeat itself like there's a bunch of people. And then Ross gets in trouble, and then Red, who's like this guy named Alex, I think for some reason they named him Alex. And basically he's like the other version, like in the ungrounded versions where they would find the grounding kid Caillou, see him doing something bad, and then he would ground him and call his parents, and then they would let some people out. And it was something like that. I don't really remember. But I always remember doing something like this as a kid, like on a video camera. And then rewatching this, I remembered I could do the same thing, but like with a limited budget. And instead of Angry Bird stuff, I could do like Five Nights at Freddy's heads. Like, can you imagine me doing a Five Nights at Freddy's Angry Bird thing? Hold on, wait a second.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Boom. This is okay. What am I gonna say? This Angry Bears and Rabbits FNF Angry Bird thingy. Yeah, okay, yeah, that'll get a bunch of views in like 2013. So I wasn't going to do this, but I wanted to do it because I thought it was gonna be funny. But I used to have the Angry Bird Mega Flame thingy when I was a kid, but I forgot where I put it, and it's somewhere else in some other house that I used to be in, and I don't feel like going all the way over there just to get something. So yeah, don't ask why there's like 2 of the heads missing. Don't ask that. Let's just enjoy the ride of Angry FNAF something I don't fucking know. Okay, here comes the first one. Alright, because it's Angry Birds and like with the birds and all that, I can let me do this one right here. Okay, see it. Okay, ready? See it.
Okay, why not? Let's take down this right here.
Fuck.
And yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded a lot. I was busy with school and all that, but trust me, you're gonna get a lot of more videos. And I'll see you in the next one. The only thing I have to say is
67, 67.